Considering buying broadband from GoFibre, today we've reviewed GoFibre based on their download and upload speeds, customer service, value for money and more to see if they're worth joining. But before we begin, thanks to 3 for sponsoring this review. Their 5G hub deals offer a simple, cheap way to get online with fast download and upload speeds from our testing. So click the link in the description to the 3 home broadband coverage checker and put in your postcode here to see if you can get their 5G hub deals at your address at the moment. And also in the description, click the link to the GoFibre Broadband website, click order now and put in your postcode here to see if you can get their service at your address at the moment. GoFibre is an independent full fibre broadband provider with their own network infrastructure, meaning they don't piggyback off another provider's infrastructure like how Sky uses BT Openreach. As a result, GoFibre isn't available nationally. Instead, they're mostly focused on Scotland at the moment, with a bit of coverage in the northeast of England as well. If you do live in a GoFibre service area, these are the 4 main speed tiers you can choose from, with the choice of a 12-month or 24-month contract, and anything from 150 to 1000 megabit download speed. You might notice on the GoFibre website, they don't seem to offer symmetrical download and upload speeds. On most of these plans, the upload speed is given as 10% of the download speed, which isn't all that good, given that most other independent full fibre broadband providers, like Hyperoptic for example, include symmetrical download and uploads on most of their plans, though they're not communicating it very clearly at the moment. In actuality, GoFibre does offer this, they just hide it and charge you more for it. If you click on add-ons up here, then go to balanced broadband, you'll find you can get symmetrical download and uploads for an extra £5.26 per month at the moment. It's good that this option exists, but we've never seen another provider charge you more for it. It should be included by default these days in our opinion. You can get a broadband and home phone service with GoFibre, which is good. It is a bit expensive, but it includes anytime calls to UK landlines and mobiles, which is pretty good if you like to make calls from your home phone. Apart from that though, GoFibre is a pretty basic option. We'll talk about the router and Wi-Fi add-ons a bit later in the video, but the only other extra is this Cyber Shield one, which is just antivirus and firewall software, which you probably don't need with most modern types of computers. And you can download free antivirus software these days if you still want to use it. 2 other things that's worth mentioning quickly about GoFibre. They often have quite aggressive offers for attracting new customers, like offering a switching credit to offset any early cancellation fees you might be facing with your old provider, as well as quite heavy discounts on their 24-month contracts at least. But click the link in the description to the GoFibre website to see what deals they're offering at the moment. Also, GoFibre is signed up to Ofcom's one-touch switching scheme, meaning if you want to join them, you just need to place an order on the website, with no need to get in contact with your old provider to cancel. GoFibre will do this for you instead. GoFibre's download and upload speeds are good, but they're not the best on the market. The good thing about them is they're really consistent, which we'll go into a bit more later in the customer service section, meaning dropouts or slowdowns are really rare. And also, GoFibre's maximum speeds are quite good, at 1000 megabits per second. Though if you live in an area with Openreach full fibre broadband, you might be able to get faster speeds of 1600 megabits per second with a provider like EE. So click the link in the description to the EE broadband website and put in your postcode to see if they offer faster speeds than GoFibre at your address at the moment. The downside to GoFibre, as we touched on before, is they restrict your upload speeds quite a bit unless you pay them more for a symmetrical connection. The default upload speeds aren't the best compared to most other altnets on the market, and they're not as good as the bigger providers like EE either. The cost of the add-on to get symmetrical speeds is not extremely high, but it can add up over time, especially if you're on a 24-month contract. GoFibre's standard router and add-on options are good, but not as good as what some other providers offer. The good thing is, by default, you get a Wi-Fi 6 router on all GoFibre broadband plans, and there's also the option to upgrade to this other one, which still comes with Wi-Fi 6 and a 2.5 gigabit WAN port. But there's also a lot of downsides to these routers. Given that the advanced one costs £5 a month more, with their advanced router add-on, it'd be much better if it came with Wi-Fi 7 and potentially more 2.5 gigabit LAN ports. Would be good to see as well. And apart from the fact it has Wi-Fi 6, the standard router isn't that great. It's not bad from a signal point of view, and for getting decent speeds at long distance, but it's only 2x2 MIMO and only comes with 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, though the WAN port you'll use to get online is separate, meaning you do have 2 usable ports available. It would be good if the default router came with 4 Ethernet ports. The other thing about these routers is it's almost impossible to find any information about them, meaning if you want to do things like modify firmware or more advanced settings on the router, you might find this is kind of difficult. As far as we can work out, the default router is a Calix GigaSpy Blast U4. Note that GoFibre doesn't provide any information about this on their website, and the advanced router we think is a Calix GigaSpy Blast U6.2. So at this point you might be wondering, what is Calix? They're essentially a platform that broadband providers use, and they have their own routers they ship as a part of that. They're most commonly used in America, which is why you can see their hardware on American eBay, and this is also why we've never heard of them before. You can also pay GoFibre another £5 extra per month to get more mesh Wi-Fi units, and get better speeds and signal around the house, but given what this costs, and the fact you're getting Calix mesh units instead of a more reputable brand like TP-Link or Eero, we probably wouldn't recommend buying this add-on. GoFibre offers okay value for money, but they could do better in this area. These prices shown here with this discount are quite good, especially the 500 megabit plan, which is pretty good value for money given the monthly cost they're charging. There's no setup fees with the 24-month plan, which is good, but there are mid-contract price rises, which some other small broadband providers don't charge you. This is more common with the big companies like BT and Virgin Media. A lot of altnets do as well, but many don't have these mid-contract price rises like GoFibre does. And if we switch to a 12-month contract, the prices go up a huge amount. This is probably the highest price we've ever seen for a gigabit broadband connection in the UK, on a residential contract at least. And the other plans aren't much better value for money. Say you want 150 megabit download speed on a 12-month contract. With GoFibre it's £42 a month at the moment, and £33 a month with EE. Not to mention, GoFibre kind of nickel and dimes you to get a symmetrical connection, for example, or a router with more than 2 Ethernet ports, which isn't great. Remember, click the links in the description to the GoFibre and EE broadband pages, and put in your postcode to compare their deals and pricing when you're watching this. The biggest strength of GoFibre is their customer service. Their support team is based in Scotland in Edinburgh, and they have much better customer satisfaction than most other broadband providers in the UK. Installation goes smoothly, which isn't always the case for providers like GoFibre that are small and have their own infrastructure, and their customer support team is knowledgeable and helpful, which is good to see. The best thing about GoFibre though, from a service point of view, is how consistent they are. Slowdowns and dropouts are pretty much unheard of, which is the main reason why their Trustpilot rating is so high. We would recommend GoFibre, but there's a few things to be aware of before buying from them. Number 1, make sure you get a good deal by committing for 24 months, because the 12-month options are ridiculously expensive at the moment. Number 2, probably don't buy their Wi-Fi extender or advanced router add-on, and if you're an advanced user, be prepared to buy your own router if you're not happy with this relatively cheap Calix one that they're shipping. Number 3, think carefully about whether you need symmetrical downloads and uploads or not. If you're getting a pretty good price to begin with, changing this from £33 to £38 a month, for example, to get symmetrical downloads and uploads is pretty reasonable value for money. But on the GoFibre Max plan, 100 megabit upload speed might be enough for your needs. In that case, you wouldn't need to buy the extra to get symmetrical speeds. If you can work around these 3 things or don't mind them, GoFibre offers fast speeds, great value for money, and really good customer service. So click the link in the description to the GoFibre website and put in your postcode here to see if you can get their service at your address, and to find out what they're charging at the moment. And also click the link in the description to the EE website to compare their deals to GoFibre's at the moment. And if you have any questions about GoFibre or about choosing a broadband provider more broadly, leave us a comment below and we'll respond as soon as we can.